Hi, it's Jeanette, and welcome to your Angelic card reading and lesson for the week of November 4th, 2019. This week's message is about listening to your intuition, and we're also going to do an angelic meditation at the end to help us with the coming week. The four cards we have are Here and Now, which is reversed, Flexible, Observer, reversed, and also A Chance in the Wind, which is reversed. Our first card we have is Here and Now. And this card speaks to being fully present in the present moment and living one day at a time. Now, this card in this reading is actually reversed. And so what that indicates is that this coming week we might be spending, or you might even find yourself now, spending a lot of time, thinking about the past or the future, maybe having catastrophic thoughts, or just finding that your thoughts are not staying in the present moment. Reliving things in the past, or being concerned about how people have perceived you in the past, or maybe something that's going to be coming up in the future. You're not really spending a lot of time in the present moment. And in the present moment is where we create, and we can receive guidance from the archangels. And if you're present, you're more connected to your higher self and to the creator and to all of the universal energies of abundance and unconditional love and all these wonderful energies that Source has for us that help us in our day-to-day life. And, when you think about it, you want to have a really good present because that impacts your manifestations and all of the things coming in the future. So this card is just to remind us to, when your thoughts are starting to drift, either past or future, to just remind yourself, just take a deep breath and bring yourself back to the present. Taking a deep breath actually does relax the body, it relaxes the mind, and it does bring you into the present. Even having a mantra, or an affirmation, or asking for guidance from the archangels to help you stay in the present moment. If you have something that's troubling, that's going on, you may find that you have to bring yourself back into the present moment, every few seconds or every few minutes. And that's okay, because once you start doing that, it'll be easier for you to stay in the present moment. So, just know that there is divine timing. There is, the archangels and Source helping you out. And so staying in the present will make a positive impact on your life. Our next card is Flexible. And this card is about being present, but also being available and open to many opportunities coming your way. So, when you're trying to go ahead and manifest something, or you want to bring about positive change in your life, a lot of times we have the idea of exactly what we want, or how we want to receive that, or what it should consist of, or when it should come to us. When, we really don't know all of the many facets and all of the wonderful gifts that could be available to us through partnering with the archangels and also with our creator. And, we don't have that full blueprint, but they do. And so this card is to remind us to be very present in the moment, and also release and let go of those things that we think we know. And we think we know how it should be, or we think we know when it should come to us, or, those thoughts that are actually putting a framework and a box around what could be coming our way. And you don't want to do that. You want to be more open. You want to be more fluid. You want to think about things in a more general concept. So that, whatever can come to you is available to come to you. So, it's good to be able to, as we've talked about before in previous weeks, to be able to release and let go and surrender. But it's also very important to be open to possibilities that you may not have even considered. And that's what this card is reminding us to do. Our next card is Observer, and it is reversed. Now, observer is about getting some perspective on what is going on in your life or whatever you would like to manifest, whatever is basically taking your attention right now. Now, with this card reversed, it is re-emphasizing that perspective, that it's time to not act. It's time to, sit back, watch, wait, listen to the guidance that's coming to you, being open to the guidance that's coming to you, because when you're in the observer space, you can be, and you have the ability to be more open to receiving guidance. But with this card being reversed, it's saying this coming week, it might be a little more difficult for you to sit back and wait. Maybe you want to take action right away, or maybe, something comes your way and you think that's the right way to go. But this card in reverse is basically saying, okay, just, take a step back, listen to what's going on, watch what's going on, and wait to be presented the next right action. And when you think about it, going with these other cards that we have so far, here and now, flexible, and observer, it's all about listening to your intuition, listening to the guidance of the archangels, waiting for that guidance, just taking a moment, just sitting back and just letting things evolve, because things are basically in motion right now. There's change that's happening. And if you step in too fast, you try to take action too quickly, you're going to change that outcome. And right now, things are percolating in a way that could be for your that is for your highest good, but it could be for a really great outcome. And if you step in too quickly or you try to take control of it, you're going to start adjusting what that outcome could be. You're starting to limit those possibilities. So this card just re-emphasizes the first two cards, and it's basically saying, just take a moment, just take a breath, and just wait and sit back and see what's going on, and just see how the cards lay out. See how the week lays out for you. See how people move in and out of your experience. See how opportunities may even come and go as well. Don't jump at the first thing, and just wait until you really know, and check in with yourself. Check in with that gut feeling, that intuition. That's your higher self. That's also the archangels speaking to you. That's your intuition. The intuition is that communication mechanism and tool that the archangels and source have to be able to guide you on a higher level. So think about it. Am I really in my mental thoughts about this? Am I really emotional about this? Or do I get that sense of well-being about the decision? If you're not getting a sense of well-being about the decision, and there's fear or there's concern or there's worry, this week, maybe it's not the right decision to be making right now. You should wait until you feel better. And actually taking a step back is allowing yourself to relax. It's allowing your body to relax. It's allowing your emotions to subside and roll off. It's allowing that mental body to quiet down, So now would be a good time this coming week to take some quiet time for yourself, do something you love. Maybe you love to dance, and maybe that's just something that, would bring you back into a better state of being. Maybe it's meditation, maybe it's just spending some time with a friend, or even talking to them about what's going on in your life, Also, the archangels are there for you to partner with them, talk to them, like you would your best friend, your confidant. There's things that you can tell them and share with them that you can't share with any other person, because they're not going to judge you. They're just going to be able to be there to understand. And, always end that conversation with gratitude and being open to them bringing you your next step and your next higher guidance. And then when you see that and you feel that it's coming from that space of higher guidance, then move forward with it. So don't be concerned that this week is just a week of taking a step back, because a lot of times we take action and because we feel we have to. And really, life doesn't have to be so go, 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 go. And this week, it's time to cultivate and be in the joy of peace and knowing that there are higher white light beings out there that are helping you on that divine aspect and that divine level of creation. And that's where you want to create from. And our last card is a change in the wind, and it fits so well with the other 3 cards that we have for this week. And it is about that there is a sense that you have that an unseen change has been initiated, that there is an awareness of your plans, and that things are shifting. And it may seem a little uncertain right now, but things are shifting in a positive direction. So this card is in reverse, and reverse cards are not necessarily bad, as you've seen, because we have 3 reverse cards in this reading this week. The reverse card is basically a protection message. It's just to re-emphasize a little bit more the importance of the card and the message through the oracle card. And with a change in the wind, it may feel like things are taking a little too long, or maybe things have been brewing and percolating for a while and you're just kind of waiting for something to happen. Don't fight the process of allowing things to move in the time that they are meant to move in, because there's a divine orchestration of events, and things may seem like they take so long, but really it's when we start paying attention to the time it's taking is when we actually slow down the process. So if there is a way to separate from that time, that duration, and to just surrender it over to the archangels, things will move a lot faster. Because things do move in divine timing, but divine timing can be slowed down by our own stepping in and trying to control things. And it may sound easy to do, to just talk about it, but, sometimes you're working up against a deadline. Sometimes, you're waiting for something to happen and it seems like it's just not happening. But remember that things happen in a process, and that process is always moving, that there's always some step being taken for you on your behalf if you surrender and trust in the higher guidance of our source and in the higher guidance of the archangels, and be open to them bringing to you that which is to your highest good, because it will come in divine timing and it will come in the best way possible if you are open to the multitude of possibilities that are out there for you. So, just this card is to remind you that there is that process that is ever moving, and it is ever moving on your behalf if you allow that to occur. And if you feel like it's taking too long, just remind yourself, things are moving along in an unseen fashion for me on my behalf, and I trust that Source is taking care of this for me. And, that's what this card is here to remind us for and of. Now, I've added a 5th card to this reading. We've been doing cards that are 4 cards, but we are in the beginning of Mercury Retrograde. And so this card I pulled with the concept of what is the highest good for next week around Mercury Retrograde. And, just one thing to think about with Mercury Retrograde is actually, depending upon where you are in the universe, it may look like Mercury is moving backwards. But really, our perspective is a little changed with regards to the planets and their movements. And, because Earth is moving and the planets are moving and whatnot. And, I've asked the archangels about Mercury retrograde before. And, the answer that has come to me from Archangel Michael is that it's not that the planet is slowing down and moving backwards. It's just the perspectives are shifting cosmically. And Mercury is actually moving faster. It's more a quickening than it is anything. And that energy is moving so much faster that there's this ripple effect that comes off. And with us moving at a slower pace, sometimes that's where like the electronics and different things can seem to have hiccups and whatnot. And it's really just that we're kind of a little more out of phase with where Mercury is moving. And Mercury is a planet of action, so the fact that it's moving faster is really helping us to move things faster in our life. But in this phase as well, you've got to take your foot off the gas at times and just be still and wait so that that cycle comes back around so that you can pick up and be more in phase with it. And that's what we've got next week. Is this coming week that we've got starting on the 4th is basically a time to just take a step back. This card, Yang, was actually in reverse. And Yang is a card of action. And with it being in reverse, it's basically saying, wait to take action. And it goes right in line with all the cards that we've pulled for this coming week. It just reemphasizes that it's okay at times to just sit back and wait. It's okay at times to know that that process is moving divinely for you, and just keep surrendering and allowing. And that's how it works, It's when you think about it, it's as easy as that, but it can be also as difficult as that, depending upon how we label it and look at it and effort. And really, you shouldn't have to be efforting. So this card, in line with all the other cards, is helping us remember that it is time to just this week take a step back, take some time for yourself, trust, allow, and when you feel internally and that you're getting a higher sense that this is the next step you're supposed to take, then take action. So maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're not really taking action, but maybe things fall into place on Thursday. Maybe they don't even fall into place this week, but they fall into place next week. It is okay because you're still in the process. By not taking action really is a way to take action because you're allowing. A lot of times we rush and we don't allow. And if you don't allow, you can't receive. And so that's where we're at right now. We're in this space of allowing so we can receive. So I hope you have a really good week, and we're going to do a meditation to help us with this releasing and relaxing for next week. Thank you. So this is the angelic thought for the week. When things fall apart, better things fall into place. And I actually did this thought for the week before I pulled the cards for this week, and it just all works together so incredibly well. So just a thought for you, to let you know that better things are falling into place for you. So we're going to go ahead and do a meditation to allow us to take a step back and to just release and allow with the archangels. So take a few deep breaths and exhale at your own rate. Just allow your body to relax. We call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Luke, Archangel Sandalphon, and Archangel Raphael. And we ask that you take positions surrounding us, north, south, east, and west, in the divine locations connected to the planet. Being in the sacred circle with the archangels allows us to be still and peaceful. Breathe in deeply and exhale, knowing that you are surrounded by the archangels. They shower you with their healing color ray. Archangel Michael's is a cobalt blue. Archangel Luke's is a crimson red. Archangel Raphael's is an emerald green. Archangel Sandalphon is a deeper red. These are the archangels of change, abundance, love and peace, removing obstacles, balancing the body, the auric field. These 4 archangels are here to bring you peace and relaxation. They are here to guide you and to allow you to be in a space of calm and stillness. You can call upon them at any time. They can walk with you daily throughout your day, be present with you in your meditations, or surround you whenever you need. They are here to let you know that there is no need to effort. You are unconditionally loved by them and Source. Things are working on your behalf. It is okay to release and let go of anything that is on your mind at this time. We ask the archangels to lift those thoughts up to the heavens and bless them. Remove all emotions that are troublesome with regards to these thoughts. Those are also lifted up off of you to the heavens to be forever transmuted. A golden white light beam shines down upon you, fully enveloping you and your auric field. This is the light of Source, reminding you that you are connected to the divine as you are divine, created from divine. You are light. You are a light being on this planet. You have a higher purpose. Connect with that now. Identify how you feel now. Identify how it feels to be surrounded by the golden white light of Source, surrounded by the archangels. This is a feeling, a knowing that you are to carry with you this week. It will help you to slow down, to be more at peace, to allow, release, and surrender in order to be able to be open to receive that which you do not even know, that which is unseen, that which is divine, and your best outcome. Remember this sense of peace and tranquility. Remember this sense of protection and knowing and trusting in Source and the archangels to support and work on your behalf to your highest good and the highest good of all. We thank Source, we thank the archangels, and we know that we are divinely guided. Take a deep breath and exhale. Take a deep breath and exhale. Take a deep breath and exhale. Rub the palms of your hands together and slowly open your eyes and come back to the now, to your present moment. Thank you so much for listening to this Angelic Oracle card reading. And if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get next week's reading and lesson. Thank you so much and have a wonderful week.